There is a running joke on the internet that if you miss your Spanish lesson, the Duolingo owl will kidnap your family. It's funny because it feels true. Most education companies beg you to study. Duolingo, ticker DUOL, threatens you. They have built the most aggressive, psychologically fine-tuned user retention machine in the history of the internet. They don't just teach you French. They hack your dopamine receptors to ensure you never leave, and it is working. In late 2025, they crossed 50 million daily active users. Their revenue is growing at over 40%. Wall Street treats this stock like a high-growth tech software, not a boring education company. But today, we are doing a deep dive into the dark patterns behind that success. Is this the future of education? Or is Duolingo just a dopamine casino that tricks you into feeling productive without actually making you fluent? Let's look under the feathers. To understand Duolingo, you have to understand the man who built it, Luis Fanon. He is a certified genius, and I don't use that word lightly. Before Duolingo, he invented CAPTCHA. You know those squiggly letters you type to prove you aren't a robot? He built that, but then he realized something. Millions of humans were wasting 10 seconds a day typing those letters. So he invented reCAPTCHA, which used that wasted time to digitize old books for the New York Times and Google. He sold that to Google for millions. Why does this matter? Because Luis Fanon is the master of human computation. He knows how to get millions of people to do small, repetitive tasks for free. He took that same logic and applied it to language learning. In the early days, Duolingo was actually a trap to get you to translate the internet for free. Today, it's a trap to keep you addicted to ads and subscriptions. The mission changed, but the mechanism crowdsourcing human attention remained exactly the same. How did Duolingo get to 500 million downloads? Did they buy Super Bowl ads? No, they realized that Gen Z hates advertising. So, they hired a 23-year-old social media manager and gave her one instruction: go unhinged. They turned their mascot, Duo, into a passive-aggressive sociopath on TikTok. You see the owl threatening Dua Lipa. You see the owl twerking on conference tables. You see the owl breaking into people's houses. It's weird, it's chaotic, and it went viral. This is a financial superpower. While competitors like Rosetta Stone spend millions on TV commercials, Duolingo spends almost nothing. Their customer acquisition cost, CAC, is virtually zero because the internet does the marketing for them via memes. Every time someone tweets, the ALE is threatening me, Duolingo makes money. The core of Duolingo's empire isn't the lessons, it is the streak. In psychology, this is known as loss aversion. Humans are terrified of losing what they have built. If you have a 100-day streak, you don't open the app to learn. You open the app to protect the number. Duolingo has weaponized this. They created the Streak Society, an exclusive VIP club for people with 365+ days. It turns a solo activity into a status symbol. But look closer at the design. They use a technique called variable rewards, pioneered by B.F. Skinner. Skinner found that rats pressed a lever more often if the reward was unpredictable. Duolingo does the same. Sometimes you get a double XP boost. Sometimes you get a gem chest. Sometimes you get nothing. You never know what you will get, so you keep pulling the lever. And have you ever noticed how easy the lessons get when you haven't logged in all day? If it's 11:50 p.m. and your streak is about to die, Duolingo's algorithm often serves you a review lesson that is impossibly easy. Why? Because at that moment, they don't care about your education. They care about your retention. They are handing you a free win just to keep the flame burning. This is where it gets technical, and frankly, a little scary. Duolingo uses a proprietary AI system they call the Bandit Algorithm. It is named after the multi-armed bandit problem in statistics essentially. Optimizing a row of slot machines to win the most money, most apps send notifications at random times. Hey, come back! Duolingo's AI is different. It runs millions of A/B tests every single day to find the exact trigger that breaks your resistance. It tracks everything. It knows you usually study at 8:15 a.m. on the toilet. It knows you ignore polite reminders, but click on passive-aggressive ones. The AI manages your frustration level in real time. If you get 3 questions wrong in a row, the Bandit algorithm detects you are about to rage quit instantly. It lowers the difficulty of the next question. It gives you a softball. Why? To give you a dopamine hit, a quick win, to keep you in the app. But there is a dark side to this gamification. It encourages cheating. not cheating on the language, but cheating the game. Duolingo has a leaderboard system called Leagues. If you win the Diamond League, you get a shiny badge. This has created a subculture of XP farmers. These are users who don't actually learn anything. Instead, they find the easiest, fastest lesson like Match Madness and play it hundreds of times a day just to get points. They ignore the new vocabulary, they ignore the grammar, they just farm XP to beat a stranger in Germany. This is the fundamental conflict. Gamification optimizes for engagement, not education. If the user is addicted to the points, they stop caring about the language. And Duolingo is okay with that, because ad revenue is the same whether you are learning or farming, while the app gets the memes. The real moat is something most Americans don't know about: the Duolingo English Test debt. For decades, if you lived in India or China and wanted to go to college in the US, you had to take the TOEFL. It cost $200, you had to travel to a testing center. It was a nightmare. Duolingo disrupted this monopoly. They built a $59 test you can take at home using AI to prevent cheating. It tracks your eye movements and keystrokes. As of 2025, over 5,000 universities, including Yale, Columbia, and McGill, accept this test. In India alone, it has become the standard for students applying abroad. This is pure B2B revenue. It is high margin, high volume, and incredibly defensible. Once a university accepts the test, they rarely stop. This is the boring part of the business that makes the stock a long-term hold. If the AI doesn't keep you, your friends will. Duolingo realized that quitting is easy if you are alone. It is hard if you let your team down. They introduced Friends Quests, where you are randomly paired with a friend to complete a goal. If you don't do your lessons, your friend fails the quest too. This creates social pressure. You aren't just letting yourself down. You are being the bad partner. Then, there is the family plan. For $120 a year, you can add 6 people. This is the ultimate churn killer. If you want to cancel your subscription, you have to tell your mom, your brother, and your cousin that their premium access is getting cut off too. So, is this evil? Maybe. Is it a good investment? Let's look at the rule of 40. In the software world, investors love companies where profit margin plus growth rate is greater than 40. Duolingo is growing at 40%. Their EBITDA margins are 31%. That gives them a score of 71. This is elite. This is better than Salesforce, better than Adobe, because their user acquisition cost is so low thanks to the Unhinged TikToks. Almost every dollar of revenue drops to the bottom line. But the final question is, can the OWL survive AI? With OpenAI's real-time voice mode, you can now have a fluent conversation with an AI tutor for free. If the world shifts from gamified tapping to immersive conversation, Duolingo's entire model could become obsolete. Duolingo is betting that people are lazy, that they prefer a game over a real conversation. And looking at the 50 million people playing every day, they might be right. Are you learning, or are you just playing? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, check out the KOFI link in the description. Remember, this is not financial advice. You're watching Stock Teller, where every ticker has a tail.